In this video, I'm going to cover Eververse, which is an Ethereum/Polygon gaming project that uses NFTs. And shout out to the Game Report and Peyton over at the Game Report for creating a really great video on this, which led me to dive into the project. So not only did Peyton point me in the right direction with Eververse, but he also is the founder of Cyberwolves DAO, and they've done a lot of in-depth research into Eververse and other games. So shout out to the Cyberwolves as well. It's a great community to be a part of. Now let's talk about Eververse, right? So basically what Eververse is it's called basically a play-to-earn Wonderland, right? That's what their kind of their white paper opens with, that it's a play-to-earn Wonderland, right? So what that kind of means is there's multiple gaming modes. It's kind of like a metaverse of its own, where it's not just one game, but actually a bunch of different games. So what their goal is to create a AAA gaming experience for their whole community. And they do that by creating these different mini games and basically improving upon them and introducing new gaming modes. So they're really focused on actually bringing out gameplay and being, a project that focuses on execution versus just having an amazing roadmap, right? So they actually have a game that's live. You can actually go on Steam and play this free game. You do need to have a Windows machine for this. And right now the games they have is the Hoverboard Racing, they have the Railgun, they have basically a soccer game, a tag game, a bowling game. The big one that's really popular now is the Hoverboard Racing, especially because it's play to earn. Now, what's unique about this is Eververse is pretty much the only game that's blockchain/crypto related that's on Steam. So they've been able to continue staying on Steam with basically a kind of a workaround. That being said, they could be taken off Steam at any point, but this is great because this allows them to basically get a bunch of people into the game, right? Now, the way the game mechanics work is it's play to earn, so you can level up and essentially earn through competitive game circuits, holding NFTs, leveling up NFTs by playing the game, as well as community engagement. There's also a big lending and scholarship aspect where you can lend out your NFTs as well, and they actually have that going right now. Now, let's talk about the team, right? Because the team is absolutely essential when it comes to a gaming project. So the team includes Damos, who's the CEO, and he's essentially has around 10 years of experience working in the gaming industry. He is anonymous right now, and so is Antegar, who's been a programmer for 20 years, and he's shipped over 25 plus titles on 10 plus platforms. Now, keep in mind though, they have said that they plan to reveal the founding team's identities along with their studio in Q1, so around late Q1, so perhaps in March or so, we should see who they are. And Peyton actually had a really great explanation for why these guys are anonymous, and which is that the traditional gaming world does look down upon NFT games, so people really, they stay anonymous until the project has momentum. However, since they are planning to dox, I'm not worried about the team experience. And what's actually really cool is they just hired a new concept artist who's David Koh. He's worked at Riot Games. He's done a lot of really amazing art. So you can see his art over here. And he's a concept artist, right? So he's essentially worked at Riot Games. And if you can see some of the work he's done in terms of the mock-ups for them. It's pretty incredible. So you can see he's done a lot of work on League of Legends. And then some of his environmental work is pretty incredible as well. So one thing to keep in mind as well with David is he not only is on ArtStation, you can see his work, which is really high quality, but he's also on LinkedIn. You can see that he's worked at Riot Games, at Gameloft. He has quite a bit of experience in the gaming industry, and he knows what he's doing. Now, he's basically come on to the team very recently. They just announced it. So let's actually talk about the gameplay modes that they have. So the current games they have include Hoverboard Racing, Treasure Hunting, Laser Tag, Bowling, and Soccer. And then upcoming games include Turtle Racing and Starfighting. So right now the main gameplay mode that people are playing to essentially earn tickets is Hoverboard Racing. It's a pretty well set up gaming mode. It's working and people enjoy playing it. Unfortunately, I still don't have a Windows PC, so I haven't played this yet, but I'm gonna set up an emulator. But from what I've understood from actually people who played it, it's actually kind of fun and looks really, really fun. So they have that as a gameplay mode that's kind of just out there already. Now on top of that, they're coming out with these new game modes, and then they have these NFT collections, right? So the NFT collections is the main way you can get involved in the game, and really alongside with playing it is where you can experience the upside. So essentially they have, I think, generated something like $2.7 million with their NFT collections according to the game report, and they have a few different NFT collections, right? So the major NFT collections we're going to be looking at is the first arrivals. So the first arrivals are the 10,000 121 ERC20 721 basically 3D avatars, and you can play these inside the game, and they represent ownership in the Eververse ecosystem, and they will forever have genesis rights as the original avatars in the game. So they will have another collection coming out called the second arrivals. However, it's not clear what the difference between first and second arrivals is. From what they have said here, where they say they have forever have genesis rights, it basically means that these ones are the OGs. These ones will have special benefits, and that's why these ones are worth getting. Now, if you actually look at this, the current floor price is 0.29. So when I minted this for 0.1, and then I bought one on secondary yesterday at 0.19, and right now the price is again gone up to 0.29. Now, if you look at the number that's listed on buy now, so there's 559 out of 10,000. So that's a very low listing percentage, right? Usually with these collections, if you only have 5 to 6% listed on OpenSea, it's a good bullish sign, right? And with these, you can also look at the activity. I like to look at this right here. You can see that, they've essentially had a long period of very few sales. I think it was trading below mint price, started pumping over here, went down, pumped again. Well, I think this was just like one sale for 0.69. And yeah, over the last couple of weeks, it's really started pushing. So you can see over here, I believe the floor had reached 0.4 and the average sale price was 0.652, and then it kind of people took profit, and then yesterday I got in for 0.19 on my second one, and now it's kind of just hovering around the 0.29 range. Now, I do think it's a good buy at 0.28, 0.29 because there are a lot of benefits with these first arrival NFTs, right? One of the benefits is that you can basically lend these out and earn tickets, right? So you can lend this out to a scholar. The scholar will play the game. They'll level up your character, and leveling it up, you'll get tickets for that. You'll get tickets for doing well in the game, and then these tickets can be exchanged for the basically in-game token. So essentially, it's play to earn, but you don't even have to play the game. You can rent out basically to scholars who will play the game for you, and then you maybe keep 20% or 25%. They keep 70%, and they just kind of level up that way, right? So that's a really cool, interesting kind of use case, right? Now, the turtle troops are another collection. They're a collection of 5,000 turtles. They're companion avatars, and they essentially can be used in the turtle racing game, right? So people can play their turtle troopers and race them against each other, and spectators can bet on the outcomes of the matches. And essentially, these are pretty cheap right now. I think they're 0.083. So they will definitely have a lot of use in the actual game, and probably having one of these would be useful. Now, however, if there's any one NFT you would get, it would be these avatars, because these avatars, when you rent them out, you get tickets. When you rent out other items, you don't get tickets. Yes, if you rent out a hoverboard, you will get leveled up, but you won't get tickets from it. So the third NFT collection is the hoverboards, right? And this actually, if you had one of the original avatars, you would get the hoverboards airdropped to you, right? So I ended up buying one yesterday as well. Or I believe I tried to buy one, but I think there was a issue with, it took a long time for Polygon for the bridging, so I ended up forgetting to buy it, but I will do that today. But essentially with these Eververse hoverboards, well, the way they work is they are used in the Hoverboard Racing game, and you can lend them out, and what will happen is people will level up your hoverboard, which will make it more effective and higher level, and you get points, you get tickets for your item getting leveled up, but you don't actually get tickets for playing, right? So you can't share tickets on this, right? So if you lend these out, you don't have as much as an upside other than your basically hoverboard getting leveled up, which will be useful in the game, obviously, right? If you have a level 10 hoverboard, you can obviously resell it for more. So there is benefit in leveling it up. And then there's Eververse Wonderlands, which is kind of a drop they did. So let me just pull that up. Okay, so the Eververse Wonderland was also another drop they did. It was kind of a special holiday drop, and you basically could play the game to earn these tickets that then you could use to actually get these Wonderland drops. But yeah, I'm not sure as to the utility of these, but it can be used in game. Your avatar can wear them. Now, in terms of tokenomics, the game is still super early, so they still haven't figured out what the tokenomics of this game will actually look like. They've basically said that they aim to, make sure it's decentralized and the community has ownership. However, what we do know is they have this ticket system right now. So essentially the way the ticket system works is you play the game, and when you win or when you just level up your characters, you earn these tickets. And then those tickets can be traded in for EVA tokens. So essentially you'll get the EVA token for it, right? So with these tickets, you get them for completing hoverboard races, leveling up your hoverboards, finding in-game treasure on the treasure mode. And essentially after each 1,000 tickets, you'll randomly receive 3 possible off-chain tokens, right? So the arrival tokens, the zenith tokens, and celestial tokens, right? So essentially arrival tokens are the standard tokens. They represent a basic allocation of upcoming gaming utility tokens, and then zenith are a bigger allocation, and then celestial are the rarest allocation, right? And then I believe there's, if you earn 5,000, you get 3 of those tickets. So essentially the way it works is if you play the game or if you lend out your NFTs so other people can play and you get tickets, then you get allocation for their token. And what this does is it really incentivizes people to actually play the game, right? So instead of people just holding and not doing anything with the NFTs, this is incentivizing people to get involved to get the maximum out of their NFTs, right? So they actually, in their Discord, they have a whole scholar chat, so you can advertise that you have these NFTs and you're looking for people to play. And yeah, this essentially just basically makes it so that you can earn tokens with lending out your NFTs or playing it yourself. Now, another key portion of their white paper is they do want to build a team and guild-based system so people can, basically build these guilds, and you will have these guild-based competitive game modes where you can earn very high rewards. But obviously this depends on you having a guild, and you have to obviously invest into the game to get a guild. It's harder to start these guilds up. So they will have this whole team/guild kind of mechanic as well. So the last piece that they mention in their white paper is they are basically going to incentivize their user base to create content to support their different gaming modes. So what they're doing is they will have the ability to create hoverboard racetracks, laser tag arenas, race levels, and people will be able to vote and create on the best game arenas and game modes, right? So builders will actually earn a percentage of the tokens generated in the arenas that they create. So they will be able to trade these arenas as NFTs and be able to lease ownership rights to other builders who want to help build out the land. So there will be this whole side of user-generated content. So that's really interesting. Essentially with this game, you get involved, you get rewarded. And this game does look like there's a lot of potential. So in terms of playing Eververse, so essentially it's pretty simple. You just have to create an Eververse account. You can pair a wallet. Obviously, it's recommended you do that if you want to earn, and then you download the Eververse game on Steam, right? So you can play this game without having an NFT, without anything, right? And just see if you enjoy it, right? But honestly, you're not gonna be able to level up your NFTs unless you actually own an NFT. So they make it really low friction, but also if you want to get involved in the game and actually earn, you have to obviously own an NFT. Now, the one where you'll earn the most tickets right now is obviously the hoverboard gameplay mode, which is the Hoverboard Racing. So you can play for free with a free hoverboard, but you can't level it up or gain experience. That's why you do need the hoverboard, which you can buy on OpenSea. And essentially, with the game, the better you do, the more XP points you gain, the faster you level up. And obviously, as I mentioned, they do have a scholarship system. If you lend out your avatar, you get to share tickets. With your hoverboard, if you lend it out, you don't get to share the tickets from, basically playing. However, you do level up your hoverboard, which is worth it because a more leveled up hoverboard is going to be worth more in secondary. It's going to do better in races and so on. So if you're able to rent out both your avatar and hoverboard, not only will you get better attributes, but you'll be allowing your scholars to win more and earn more tickets. So, and every time you do level up your hoverboards, you will also get tickets. You just don't get tickets for gameplay, right, with that. So the main thing here is the avatar renting is definitely the most lucrative short term in terms of token allocation, and that's the one you should really focus in on. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that summary. Now I want to give you my high level thoughts on this project, right, and my high level thinking on where this project is going. So first of all, I do think that these guys have something good here, right? This is an actual game that people are playing, people are having fun with. Their community, if you check out their Discord, is very engaged. They're very loyal. So, and you can see by the very low listing count on OpenSea for their first arrival NFTs, this is a pretty diamond-handed community, right? So they're starting to really build up some momentum. I think they're still underpriced, even at 0.29 Ethereum for a first arrival NFT. I could see this gaming project easily going to multiple ETH for each of the first arrival NFTs, right? So the major risk, just as the Peyton from the game report said, is that the second arrivals collection will dilute the first arrivals collection, but I don't think that will happen because I think the first arrivals collection will have special, basically attributes or special things about them, because they've said that, hey, these are the Genesis ones, these ones are special, and I think the second arrivals are going to be kind of like a second tier collection as compared to the first arrivals. So I would highly recommend go and check out their website, go play their game, right? Download it on your Windows or set up an emulator on your MacBook and go play it, see if you actually have fun with it. Overall, I'm super impressed by this game because when I minted it, it was a really slow mint. It took them forever to mint out. It was essentially at below mint pricing on secondary for the longest time, and it's finally built up momentum because these guys have been building. And these are my favorite projects. It's where the team is building and not marketing. You'll have games with $100 million, $200 million market caps that haven't released a single piece of gameplay footage, and then you have games like this that actually have something really powerful. They have basically a game that's working, people are enjoying it, people are playing it, there's an active community, and this is just way better priced than a lot of these overhyped gaming ideals, right? So yeah, guys, check this project out. I think that there's a lot of upside here, and I'm probably going to keep buying more of these NFTs. So thanks for watching the video, and yeah, I would really love it if you guys will hit the subscribe, like, standard YouTube engagement stuff.